talk about an orchard, you talk about fungicide, right? It's like it's standard practice to apply fungicides and not one. And people will rarely say, but I've asked in private conversations, I've asked people who grow and people would be hesitant, but they'd say, yeah, this year, yeah, we're over 30. Yeah, over 30, over
For the
35,
applications?
35 applications. Yeah. So it's like, geez, places, okay, this year has been fantastic. A lot of people maybe got away with 5 sprays, but the putting fungicide kills fungus. That's what it's designed to do. So you can't expect to have a healthy mycelium uh, component in your soil and have fruiting bodies of mushrooms in abundance when you're putting that much fungicide. So it's been 30 years since we bought and transitioned, but this year we're really starting to see mushrooms everywhere. And it also helps. We've applied 2 years we put the practice of roller crimping instead of mowing, and that's a whole different thing. But that is fantastic because you actually get that all that standing matter right down in close contact with the soil, and mycelium really love that extra food of hard to digest carbonaceous fiber. And it seems like they've had 2 years to build up, and now they're fruiting. So
When do you roller crimp, and are you roller crimping the grass?
yeah, yeah, the aisles. So we roller crimp when the stems are crimpable. So there has to be a flowering stem
Yeah.
or a seed stalk that
Okay.
now is basically anytime you step on grass and it stays down, that's when you can roller crimp. When it's green blades and you step, it'll come up with time. But there's a period, and we picked that technique. It's funny how techniques, it was developed at Rodale, picked up in Europe. I learned of it used in France,
Yeah.
and I brought it back, and we've been using it, and it's like, wow, fantastic way to. They said their first year after they applied it, they reduced their irrigation by half.
Huh.
And I mean, that's a lot if you can cut your water by half, because now you have basically your soil is covered. There's a soil cover over the whole of the orchard, and so that's a great technique.
And so does that crimped grass get decomposed by next spring?
Not always. No, sometimes you definitely, yeah, we saw it this spring even. We could still see the it's like a mat. It's like a carpet under your green grass will grow through it, but it's a mat of dead stems
Huh.
that are now basically feeding your fungal food. So it's a great technique. I'd highly recommend people look into it.
And have you noticed an improvement in soil carbon then in the couple of years you've been doing
I
it?
have not, I don't test it. I've tested it once in 30 years, but I do use indicators, like certainly the mushrooms are, because we've had a super dry year here.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to spray for conventional orchards 5 times, that means it's been very, very dry. We normally get a very wet spring. I applied in one block, I applied 2 sprays of whey, and that was it. And whey is great because it actually doesn't kill the fungus. It So that's a super product to use.